我们现在所处的地方，史东威尔城的城墙塔。我们在这儿把法师罗杰尔的任务给补全一下，从这边跳下去，直接去找罗杰尔。而在我们进史东威尔城的之前打个照的时候，罗杰尔是会帮我们一起打的。这边呢会有2个敌人，我们剪辑一下，迅速把这2个人清掉，直接去找罗杰尔。在罗杰尔这里可以学习一些战技。这边一个很像教堂的地方，罗杰尔在这儿等着我们。
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger's the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind. I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow Tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
在他这里可以学习3种跟魔法有一定关系的战技。
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? That the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever.
罗杰尔在史东威尔城里面找东西，那他找的是一些什么呢？接下来我们从升降机旁的房间出发，我们要把史东威尔城那个隐藏的 BOSS 给干掉。我们这边稍微快进一下，因为在我的正片的流程里面，因为这是补全嘛，正片流程里面已经有怎么过去了。我们用4倍的快进，迅速走把门打开的那条路。也可以不开这个门，直接去打也可以，但会少拿一点东西，因为我在正片里面已经有过了嘛。这边有些敌人我们就不理了，然后从这边下面走。好的，这个呢就是捷径门，但是我们不从捷径门走。如果不走捷径门的情况下，应该怎么走？好卡呀！这次最恶心的就是 PC 版的这个优化问题，已经发售奔2个月去了，到现在它都不优化。我们从这边下去也可以去直奔 BOSS。OK。这里呢，我们稍微加点速，因为这边的流程前面都已经出现过了。我们就是要找罗杰尔相关的，在这下面的一段剧情。这个东西可以拿一下，召唤怨魂。然后在这儿呢，下去以后会打一场 BOSS 战。我调整了一下武器装备。好，那这场战斗呢，我们就跳过。然后在这个一条龙的一样的旁边这边会有一滩血迹，就是罗杰尔被杀的血迹。然后旁边可以获得一个死亡子的脓疮，是一个护符。在我们击败了截肢之后，直接回到大赐福，而此时罗杰尔就在这儿了。
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing. But I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need? You defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it. As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore. The misshapen corpse on the Stormveil. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
当没有新的对白之后，我们去到死眠少女菲亚那边去一趟。我原本想休息一下的啊，实际上不休息也可以，然后到菲亚这边连续跟菲亚抱抱啊，被菲亚抱抱。
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Ah, my thanks, great champion.
我这里是测试下来，先给他抱一次，然后菲亚就讲了一堆话以后，当我们抱第二次的时候，那我们先抱好了一次，然后继续跟他抱。第二次的时候可以触发另外一个对白，而对白完成之后，它会出了一个我以前在一周目里面没有出现过的对白，因为菲亚也是一条比较重要的支线任务。好，这个时候会有新的对白选项，你知道吗
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke. In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger so. But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Round Table Hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
对白完成之后，从菲亚这里获得了烙印的线索，而上面所对应的地点就是在地图上方2周目的时候，这些图标啊都会保留，就在这个地方。我们可以从利耶尼亚湖东岸出发，沿着这条路一直往上走就可以了啊，倒不难走。门口有个看门的，这个时候我们已经在这个墓地门口了，然后我们3下5除2干掉这个敌人。是一个无头战士，还蛮厉害的。击杀完成之后，我们就可以进去了。开门。我还记得我第一次想上亚坛高原的时候啊，走的还是这边这条路啊，这边是应该没有路过去的。好了，黑刀地下墓地，休息一下就可以探索这个墓地了。这个墓地里面是有一个隐藏的房间，而隐藏的房间就是我们这个任务的重要道具。我在视频里面演示过吗？好像进来只拿了一个东西，一个必要道具。 我们之前是有染红凶刀的，而去拿这个东西的时候，可以同时获得一个叫染蓝凶刀，就是处决敌人的时候可以回蓝。我要从这边上去。敌人呢也就不用管了，直接往里冲就行了。哎呀，如果是开闸的情况下是往右拐，但是这儿呢是有一个隐藏的门的，进去之后击杀 BOSS 即可以获得一个重要道具，罗杰尔这边的重要道具。这边应该是一个黑刀刺客。黑刀刺客是你游戏里面比较有点恶心的敌人，因为他穿来穿去穿得很快，法师打他可能都不是很好打，最起码单体的魔法打他不好打。击杀完成之后，获得染蓝凶刀护符和黑刀烙印，而这个时候呢，我们就可以回大赐福了。在阴谋之夜，某人偷走了黑剑马里格斯的部分死亡卢恩，将死亡卢恩的力量注入刺客们的刀，此为执行仪式的烙印，据说藏有阴谋背后的真相。然后我们就可以把这个黑刀烙印交给罗杰尔。
This is a black knife print. I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall our conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the deed were scions of the Eternal City, a group entirely of women, arrayed in armor of silver under cloaks which fooled the eye. The knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death through sinister rite. Please, I beg of you, lend me the knife print for a time. I'd love nothing more than to tease out its secrets. Though only a fragment, a very specific ritual had to be performed to impart the power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the one who performed the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body has been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me see.
对话完成之后，我们去找菲亚啊，继续报告。菲亚那边会有新的对白，关于罗杰尔。
I heard that you lent a hand to dear Roger. He seemed positively elated. He must be possessed of great mental fortitude. It anchors his will and sustains him, despite his grievous wounds. You truly are a champion. To dear Roger, and myself too. Then good day to you, my dear.
获得奖励之后，去大赐福原地做个火。做火完成之后再去找罗杰尔，一定要做火，不做火的情况下对白没有变化。
Hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani.One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Ranala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me.And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long. I have some idea of Rani's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Rani descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years.Rani's whereabouts since the shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once, but I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born.
对话完成之后，我们就要到水幻村旁边的一个地方。这个时候 D 就在这边，就是刚过圣人桥到水幻村中间的这个墓地这边 ，D 就在这里。如果我们已经经过这个地方 ，D 它会自己到大赐福。 然后我们在这里和地说话，说完话以后，把旁边水幻村的幻星船给干掉，然后地这个时候就在旁边了，我们去找一下地，它就会自动移到过来，倒不用做火，获得了死根。地这个时候就已经在这边了。跟他对完话之后，他就会前往大赐福。当地到了大赐福之后，再找罗杰尔，会有罗杰尔和地之间的一些小剧情交代，关于地。
So you've met Dee. Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
在这里就提到了咒痕。
I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the Order. Yes, indeed. If Dee knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage. Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to. Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
因为死亡子的修复卢恩是地和拉雅这边任务都完成以后才可以完成的。理论上，我们把死根按照地的任务给交掉以后，还会有不同的对白。我们按照罗杰尔给出的引导，来到拉尼的魔法师塔去找拉尼。也就是说，你除了从狼人那边知道这边有相关的信息以外，就狼人把我们介绍到那个巨人铁匠那儿，然后巨人铁匠把我们引导到这边来之外，罗杰尔也可以把我们引导到拉尼这边来。
Thou must have some business in mind to come all this way, though I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed, I am the witch Rani. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved. And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
但是拉尼现在对我们的态度极其恶劣，我们回到大赐福再找罗杰尔。拉尼抛弃了咒痕。
I see. When Rani shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Rani's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Rani's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
罗杰尔让我们为拉尼办事，我们再来到拉尼这儿。而这个地方有个对话选项，我不要。
Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service after.
而这个时候，我们就可以到楼下和3个拉尼的手下对话之后，再来找罗杰尔。
Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
而此时，罗杰尔就会说他很想睡觉。当他说了这句话之后，我们只要在大字符这里原地休息一下，回去之后，罗杰尔就真的睡着了。而罗杰尔只要睡着之后，他就不会再跟我们说话。我们在特定的时间没事干过来看看，就可以分别获得他的刺剑以及他的这套服装。反正我触发的时候是把火焰巨人给干掉了。至此，罗杰尔这边的主要任务就是把死眠少女这边的任务和拉尼这边的任务给它串起来，好吧？艾尔登法环的跟故事相关的就已经全部结束了，好吧？大家拜拜啦！我继续跟菲亚抱抱了，继续抱抱。
You are